Hey guys, today we're chatting to Cyberlete. They are the world's first Web3 fair gaming application built by gamers for gamers. Their anti-cheat software creates a big data stream of in-game events so unusual patterns of gameplay are easy to identify. Cyberlete are targeting the approximately 3.2 billion gamers globally with the aims to be the premier gaming partner of the industry setting worldwide standards. Thank you guys for joining.
Hey, thanks for having me. Having
Yeah,
us.
thanks.
Yeah, I'm James Stolte. I'm co-founder of Cyberlete. I've been a gamer my entire life. I've been a competitive gamer since the year 2000. I've competed in over 100 local LAN tournament events. I've hosted several dozen of them myself. I'm a longtime gamer, and thanks for having me.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Manes, co-founder of Cyberlete. I'm a disabled veteran. What I do is use gaming as therapy, and without competing, I wouldn't actually have the function that I've gained back, which is pretty cool. Along that journey, I collided with Stolte again, and we've created Cyberlete, and that's where we're at today.
That's awesome, man. And that's really cool to hear that gaming can have such a positive impact on, as we know, all of our lives. But to hear it impacts your life that much, that's awesome. Just to begin, for anyone that's never heard of what Cyberlete is, what is Cyberlete, please? Whoever would like to take that one.
Okay. Cyberlete is a social application for gamers embedded with an AI anti-cheat and a biometric player verification system. We've done this to create a home for gamers in a social atmosphere that's meant for them so that it's easy to kind of navigate and go through the sections of what is a tournament, how to sign up, how to create a team, at the same time making sure it's fair gameplay.
Yeah, basically we're a massive social platform. Like Jeff was saying, there's a lot of cool things about Cyberlete though. Right now, gaming is kind of hard to do, especially competitive gaming. It's a lot of navigating to do. And if you don't know what you're doing, you get lost just trying to figure it out. And so that's what Cyberlete is. We've made it really easy for everyone to be a gamer, to be a competitive gamer. All the tools, like these tools that tournament organizers will use, they're using Excel sheets, notepads, and such, and they'll put 8 to 12 hours of work in just setting the tournament up. They have lists of emails, and it's kind of a big task for them to do. So we take all that work and we make it basically like a drag and drop, easy to go. You're set up in just a few minutes, and you can do the same stuff. So we've made that really easy. We are massive, so we have we're building an ecosystem into Cyberlete as well. We have a token, which we'll talk about more later. But thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for going into more depth. And when we mention that token, that's the Leite token. And
Right.
could you tell us more about the Leite token and what it's going to be doing more specifically within the platform?
Yeah, Leet Leet it's a meme of 1337, which was really cool when I was a kid. So people my age who are competitive gamers will understand. Sure, there's a lot of other people who will understand too, but that's kind of where the name of the token came from. There's a lot of utility to it. So one of the our ground level base thing that we're doing is we are rewarding users who are honest gamers. So when they're playing on a platform, we have an anti-cheat that runs in the background. This is an AI anti-cheat, so it monitors your behavior in the game. So you're training our system, and we are rewarding the users on our application for that. So they'll be able to take these tokens and do things with the tokens. They'll be able to do simple things like tipping another gamer or a streamer. We're going to have streaming on our platform. And so when you're streaming, a user can tip you as you're playing the game. We're going to have basically what we know as a staking enabled. This will help promote a player. Maybe there's an aspiring esports player who could use a little bit extra funds to get that better computer. Or if he has a big enough audience, these people will be able to come in and stake their Leite tokens into this dude so he can get a better computer, and so he can start playing at a pro level. So that's kind of like an overview of what the token will do. You can take the token, you go to the store, you can apply the token to discounts, so you can get merchandise or peripherals for your game device, whether it be like a PC or a console game.
So you're going to be cross-platform.
We're starting off in the PC, and then we're going to consoles.
Awesome. That's awesome. And knowing how hard it is to get into monetized Twitch streaming and things like that, it sounds like you're building a platform that is going to bring everything to do with gaming into one place.
That is the goal. Our goal is to make a home finally. Right now, if you look at it, we're segmented all over the place. Gamers. We're on We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on X.com, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and we're just spread. And everybody's going to places, and there is none of it meant for gaming. There's not one of those places actually created and defined for gaming. That's what Cyberlete.net is doing, giving those the tools not only for game developers, but tournament organizers and fans. So we're connecting them all together in one area, giving them the tools to work together.
Which just sounds ridiculously good. And I think Discord's used a lot for some of the gaming groups I'm in. And for new users, it's just the hardest thing to navigate and learn. Could you tell us more about why you chose to build on Constellation? Because you were a flight program participant. So could you tell us a bit more about that, please?
We decided to build on them because of the speed and the feeless structure that they offer. So we really wanted fast time for consensus. So we needed things to be coming in fast, and we also needed it to be feeless for the user experience. Constellation hits this on the nail. They just do. Now we're able to validate certain parts of our application, knowing user data or whatever data is going into our anti-cheat or any type of data going through our LLMs, just anything going through our platform will be validated and secure, so we know it's trusted data. And that's kind of what we're doing with it. And you don't get that anywhere else right now.
Yeah, I was about to add, there's not a platform that's looking after your data anymore. So that's really good to hear. And what was it like being part of the flight program?
It's definitely a learning experience. I will definitely say that they're very helpful going through the platform and program. It taught us a lot of how to navigate. And as you see, we've been building and just incorporating a lot of the advancements of the technology into our platform. So we're using like the metagraphs, we're using new EIP 4337s for account abstraction. We're taking all the advancements, and without their help and people we've met through the flight program, it wouldn't have been possible.
Flight program was really good, especially for us, because we're two dudes from the Midwest who are avid gamers, and we see a lot of holes in the scene. We see a lot of problems with gaming. We know how to fix it. I didn't go to school to be a business entrepreneur or anything. So this flight program really helped give Jeff and I some solid, like, foundational structures for us. We got hooked up with a good law firm. We have everything squared away where we should be, so Jeff and I don't have to worry at night. We know we're doing things right. And there's a lot of people that attended the flight program, and some of those people we were able to connect with and have standing partnerships or relationships with these people too. So it's been great.
Thanks, guys. Are there any particular partnerships you'd like to mention that you're really excited about?
We do have some things that we are excited to mention. It's just a little bit too early.
Understood. I want to briefly touch on your upcoming comic book collectibles launch, and just to know everything about it, really, and what it's going to be used for within the platform, and what people can get excited about.
Okay. So our comic book was created to help narrate the story of safe gaming, like the safety on Web3, on the internet, good sportsmanship, toxicity online. So we want to help have this as a tool that helps us kind of narrate what's going on in gaming and kind of like how to navigate that. We have the characters drawn up. We have our first book written out. Um, it's very nice. We haven't released it yet. It's been developed about 2 years. We haven't released it yet. We're waiting on a better time. We want our platform to be fully stable and released, and that's coming right up around the corner. We're expecting maybe by summertime to be up and going. We're going to use this to help kind of tell our story, and kind of to what we're doing in the future with the comic book. We're going to use these characters that you're going to be able to interact with the characters on our platform. So we have 5 different characters, and you'll be able to talk to each one of those characters, and they basically programmed into an LLM to have a personality. So that'll be fun.
That sounds cool. Would there be any benefits to owning the NFTs for users?
There is discussions. We have things that we're not ready to release quite yet.
Absolutely.
There's more fine tuning in the thoughts, but yes, they will work within the platform. It's just a matter of what they do quite yet. There's a lot of ideas. It's just what we want to do first. I would like to also add to this. We use this little slogan to the comic book because we're teaching. We like to think of the Magic School Bus plus Captain Planet kind of being combined, and that's kind of like how that storyline comes out. So we want to educate about data security and how to act, and we want to educate on the fair play, like Stolte was insinuating.
I just wanted to talk a bit more about the anti-cheat, how you guys facilitate that, and how developers and users are going to benefit from this existing.
So we take the activity on any device, but since we're starting off with the computer, it's your mouse and your keyboard. The way someone operates their mouse or their keyboard is different from every other person. You know, you could be in a room full of people that all type 110 words per minute, but each one of them will have different patterns on the keyboard when you look into it. And you have the same 100 people draw a circle with their mouse, and not one of them will have the same circle, not even close. And so we take a similar approach. We're verifying that this is a human performing first, and then we basically leave red flags around the suspicious points, and that's how we determine if a player is cheating or not.
To add to it too, we're building it in such a way that's like a decentralized anti-cheat system. So what we're doing is with our application, people will essentially be hosting or giving their idle time to us with their with the application, so their computer or their phone, and we'll use that extra essentially computing power to run and host our anti-cheat that will allow us to do crazier, more insightful things about protecting gamers in the future, but we're all helping each other secure the network. So it's like an effort of saying, okay, we're going to run these algorithms, let's collectively group up and do this too. So we're all helping each other. And that allows like the normal user to feel like, hey, I'm securing the network. I'm helping the pros. I'm helping the people trying to compete. I'm helping the collegiate leagues. I'm helping the minor leagues if there's ever minor leagues. And we're helping each other defend this system by grouping up. And that's kind of what we're trying to develop at the same time. And you'll get rewarded for that running in the background. So Leite token will then say you do give access to your computer or your phone. You'll get rewarded for that idle time that you're not using those devices. At the same time, if you're training the AI, you're getting rewarded. So what we're doing is if you're contributing to the system, you get rewarded. However you contribute to the system is up to the user, but the user gets to choose and get rewarded. There's no real way, like, but it's essentially that's it, minus the small amount that's on a DEX.
It sounds like from what you guys are saying, there are many ways to get rewarded as well, many ways to contribute your time and efforts into the platform. So that's really cool. Why is this so important for the entire industry to combat cheating?
Oh man. Do you want to start or do you want me to start? We could.
I'll start with this. 70. This is a real stat. 77% of players that are playing their video game online, and if they run into a cheater, they quit and never come back. They're not going to play that game again. There's a million other games to play.
Wow.
No one wants to play against a cheater. And we're seeing this, kind of trickle down to Call of Duty and Counter-Strike right now. You're having major pro players with millions of followers who follow these guys because of their performance in Counter-Strike, and they're not playing anymore because the cheating has gotten so severe and it's so abundant right now. Players are able to jump into a small tournament, cheat, take that $1,000. They can do that a few times. Maybe they get caught cheating in one of those times, and so they get banned and they're not ever going to come back again. What they do is they just create a new name. So they go from being, player A to player B, and they have a whole new identity, and they just repeat the process. This has become easy for anyone to cheat right now. It's a huge problem.
At the same time that cheating's a problem, you have malicious things going on in the scene. So you have tournament organizers hosting fake tournaments, putting fake names and real teams' names and real players' names on bots and throwing a tournament in Brazil, running the tournament like these players were there, stealing all the money, and nobody got paid, and the tournament organizer ran off. So this is happening time and time again, and a lot of people aren't getting paid in the scene. A lot of people are waiting 6 months, 8 months, a year, never get paid. People just run off. In our system, we're combating that at the same time.
They are scary statistics. Like as a gamer, and even just in general, that's what you've just described. Sounds like the crypto Wild West. It's shocking.
It is the Wild West.
Yeah,
It is.
It sounds it.
Yeah, it's happening time and time and time again in every single game. These games are popping up, and you have really, really good creative games popping up. They can't keep their player base. Like Apex is a pretty big FPS game. Day one they launched, they had cheats out for that game because that's just how easy it is to make cheats for these people now.
It correct, and a lot of it's literally copy and paste. So it's a terrible experience for the user, and all we can do is give the tools to the community again. So back in when I grew up, and Stolte can contest to this, we just had communities were built differently and monitoring themselves, and that's the tools that Cyberlete.net gives. Is hey, let's monitor it ourselves and take care of the action. If nobody else is going to do it, we can do it ourselves.
When you catch a bad actor, how are they? What stops them from creating a new account and doing what they're doing now?
So that's the player biometric verification system. So we take biometrics of people that are competing, or if you're going to get rewards or anything. And this allows one user to one account. And then we essentially allow that user to connect their Steam or their other platforms. So your biometrics are linked to one account, and there's no faking it or no anything. So if you're banned or you're caught doing malicious things, you're just done. We can also add computer identities and things for spoofing, so people can't spoof the computers also. There will be education about fair gameplay, and there'll be chances for people to earn things back, but there's a lot of cheating going on, so we have to educate first.
There'll be more chances. It's just, the cheating has become so mainstream at this point. People don't even know why it's, what they don't understand the consequences, of some dude who just worked 56 hours in a week, and he gets to play Call of Duty for an hour that weekend, and it's ruined by, lobbies of cheaters. And that's just not cool. That's happening every day, all day. And I think the comic book's really going to help us describe that story and help give an understanding. Yeah, we're not going to ban people permanently right out the gate, but you won't be able to play for a set amount of time, and you're not going to be able to play on any console.
And if people watching wanted to get up to date with you guys and get involved, where would you send them?
Our socials. So everything is at Cyberlete. Twitter. You can join our Discord too. Telegram is another place. Essentially, Discord's the best place to get us, but we check all three.
I think we should have added cyberlete.net in there, where to find us.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys, on behalf of Game-Finity and me. It's been really enjoyable talking to you. As a gamer, I'm really excited about your project, and I hope everyone else is.
Awesome.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thanks for having us. Ciao, everybody.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and none of this is financial advice.